Hey everyone, it's Kayla and I'm bringing you a new video on the newest release from Nomad, the Greek Odyssey palette. Here is what the outside cover looks like. Inside this palette, you are going to have 9 mattes, 6 shimmers, and 3 multi-chromes. Very summery color story. Here are the swatches. So these ones have a nice shift. This has like a gold shift. This has like a yellow-green shift. And then here's the last few. These two look pretty similar, but one is a little bit more teal leaning. Again, here are the swatches. Pigmentation is great. It's the same quality of pigmentation that we've all come to know if you've ever used Nomad. I have not had any issues with staining, and we're going to be doing a look with this palette. So I did already do a couple looks with this palette as well, and I just want you guys to see that there is absolutely no staining from swatches. So if you are worried about that, don't be. It does not stain that I've had any issue with. So if you want to watch and get some inspiration, keep on watching with me, or go get a snack, sit back and relax and enjoy. So I think today I want to play with this olivey green. This is in the shade Elian. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that one's really pretty. Aphrodite's really pretty. You kind of got like these nice neutral rows, and then some more greens and some blues. Might play with the blues too. So what I think I'm going to do first, I'm going to prime my eyes, and I'm just using my Wet n Wild Mega Primer. Let me know, have you guys picked this palette up yet? Do you like Nomad? Do you have a favorite palette from them? What do you all think of this color story? I'd like to know. I do find that the shimmers are a little drier, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean with that when they're a little drier, I'm not running into creasing on my eyelids. I tend to get a little bit of creasing in there, and these I have not had any issues with creasing. So we're gonna go in, and I think I'm gonna start with this blue shade right here called Odyssey. So I'm going to take that in my crease, and I'm just using a Wet n Wild SpongeBob brush, and I'm just going to start that here. Little bit goes a long way, everyone. As you can tell, I barely dipped in, and I've got pigmentation right off the bat. I am getting a little bit of kick up in the pan, but it is nothing bad. This also goes to help with preserving the Mediterranean Sea. Every time Nomad does a launch, they give a proceed or a little percentage of that back to a charity. So in this case, this one is going to help preserve the Mediterranean Sea. And don't mind me, I'm just using my little mirror here. Also, I have worn this palette all day. I have not had any issues with fading. The colors are vivid as always. It is actually infused with olive fruit oil in this palette to help keep them vivid and soft. And again, you guys, I love Nomad. I think I'm up to now 13 palettes in my collection from them, and I'm actually going to be doing a Nomad palette ranking here soon. They are one of my favorite indie brands. I love that they give back, and they always seem to have some very colorful, fun stories with their palettes. I always get excited when they drop a new palette. So I am just taking this up a little bit towards my brow bone just so it can pop through with the next shade still, because I kind of have a little bit wider space on my lids. And now I think I'm going to hop down right below that shade. This is what we got right now. Pigmentation is great. As you can see, I do get a little kickback in the pan, but it's not bad. But I'm going to take this next shade right here, Elysium. I'm going to stay to the same brush. Just make sure I kind of wipe it off. A little goes a long way, so I'm just tapping off the excess. And I'm going to put this right over where I put that last shade, because I'm probably just going to go right down that row with the blues. This palette is also available now, but again, my code Kayla10 is non-affiliated, and you guys can use that code on any palette, whether it's this one or any of your order. It does not help me get any money or anything like that. It is non-affiliated. It is just there for you guys to save some money. And I'm hopping over to the other eye here and just putting this through the crease as well. Same shade. This palette is not limited edition either. It will be around for a bit. You definitely have to like blues and greens with this palette, because I feel like a lot of the color story is that blue-green. Right, that's how we're looking. I'm gonna go right down to the next shade, Matai. It's like a deeper blue. I am gonna take that on a Shop Massey E130 brush. And this is what I mean with kick up. It's there, but not really bad. So tapping off the excess. I'm gonna start this in my outer V, right in this area. Do you guys wear blue shadow often or not? I feel like I wear it off and on, but this is a really great, pretty summery color story. And I do have a short up of using like the greens in this palette. You can still stick with something neutral in this palette. It is, guys, versatile points. I'm kind of taking this ever so slightly in the crease as well, but not high at all. I'm keeping it pretty low. Sorry, forgive my hair. It's still curling in my way, but I'm gonna go to the other eye. Put it on the outer V again. And I'm barely tapping in to this palette because it is very pigmented. And I'm just putting this in my outer V. I always start with less is more because it's always easier to diffuse it out and you're not stuck with too much pigmentation. But it does build very nicely. It does show very nicely. Do not be fooled. And I've got it where I want the pigmentation. I'm just kind of trying to shape it a little bit better here on the outside corner. You can go in with a wet makeup wipe or anything like that as well, which I do at the end sometimes. We're gonna start right there. The next thing I'm going to take is my Gourmand Girls primer. I did pay for this myself. I'm going to put these on my lids just to peck one of the shimmers and to help it last. This is a very thin serum-y primer. It's got a little bit of tack to it. All right, I'm just gonna give that just a few seconds. And I'm just gonna take a wet wipe and sharpen my edge a little bit. Right here. Okay. And you guys, I think I'm gonna take this shade. So here it looks pretty blue, but you can see how it's kind of got like a purple shift, purple green. It's a very pretty shade. So that shade is called Sirens. I'm gonna take that, and I'm just gonna take a flat brush. We're gonna dip into Sirens. I'm gonna put this right on my lid. This is a beautiful shade as well. It does not take much to build up either with the shade. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space in the inner corner for something else. A different shimmer. I'm gonna put this on the other lid. And you can totally use your fingers if that's easier for you. For me, I just like to use my brush. But feel free to use your fingers if that works better. All right, I'm going to use the same brush, but I'm going to flip it. And I think I'm going to try to use Calypso right here. I'm so sorry if you hear a dog barking. My neighbor's dog just got let out. I'm putting this on the inner corner, and this one has a purpley shift. I'm so sorry, guys, about that dog. But this one has a purple shift. It is a very gorgeous shade. And I'm going to clean off that brush. And we're going to do the lower lash line. I think for the lower lash line, I'm going to take that middle blue shade that I took. I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to apply that right down here. And then we'll blend that out with that lighter blue. Alright, and then I'm going to take a pencil brush, and I'm going to go into the lighter blue up top. And I'm going to use that to blend the lower lash line. I'm just going to use that to smoke it out a little bit. That is pretty. Just continue to smoke that out. Alright, and then I'm going to go back with that first brush I used and a little bit more of Odyssey up here, just to touch up the top here so we're not losing that color. tap off the excess. This shade does get a lot of kickback, but it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shade. All right. I am going to do the finishing touches and I'll be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, you guys, and this is the completed look. I just did black liner on the top. I did put some AOA Big Boss mascara on, and I just put a nude waterline pencil, or nude pencil in my waterline. This one is Divine Glide. It's just in nude. And I decided to skip a lash, but here is the completed look. What do you all think? You can get quite a few blue looks out of this. This palette, again, is available now. Code Kayla10 will save you 10% off. And it is Nomad's very beginner friendly. I don't think if you bought this palette, you would be disappointed. You get 9 beautiful mattes and these beautiful multi-chromes and shimmers. You can do something neutral or you can keep in colors. Up to you. I give this palette a 10 out of 10. It is stunning. If you guys have picked up this palette, let me know. Let me know what you think about it. Have you tried it? If you see any other palettes that you want me to demo, let me know. Drop that in the comments as well. And please stick around. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like this. That way I know you guys enjoy the content on my channel. And if you subscribe, thank you again for sticking around. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.